Welcome back to Matcha Gotcha, and of course, welcome to another VGC episode, but this week is pretty special. But before we get into that, why don't you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Most of you guys watching aren't subscribed, so why not you go ahead and subscribe if you do enjoy our content, and of course, comment below if you guys want to give a suggestion for future VGC videos. Like I said, we have a very special episode today because it is none other than Ditto Week, and of course, because of that, our Pokemon of the week is Ditto, with the Stellar Terra type, and has the Focus S item where, of course, if it gets hit by a fatal move, it'll be left with 1 HP. It has its only move Transform and maxed out in HP and speed, and has the ability Imposter, which the Pokemon transforming itself into the Pokemon is facing, which is very important in doubles. Next up, we have Incineroar with the Ghost Terra type and the Safety Goggles, which lets it prevent damage from Sandstorm, as well as the effects of Powders and Spores. It has the moves Knock Off, Flare Bits, Fake Out, Parting Shot, and is maxed out in HP and Defense with the ability Intimidate. Our next Pokemon is Sneasler with the Poison Terra type and the Electric Seeds item, which when in the electric terrain, it boosts its defense stats. It has the moves Toxic Spikes, Close Combat, Dire Claw, and Fake Out, and is maxed out in attack and speed. Its ability Unburden boosts its speed stat if the Pokemon's held item is used or lost. Our next Pokemon is Roaring Moon with the Fairy Terra type with the Booster Energy held item. It has the moveset Protect, Tailwind, Acrobat, and Knock Off, and is trained in attack and speed. Its ability Photosynthesis is activated with the Booster Energy, which upgrades its top stat even further. Our next Pokemon is Urshifu, Surging Strikes with the Water Terra type and the Mystic Water item to boost Water type moves. Its moveset is Surging Strikes, Aqua Jet, Close Combat, and U-Turn. It's fully maxed out in attack and speed and has the ability Unseen Fist, which if this Pokemon moves and makes direct contact, it can even target Pokemons that protect itself. And last but not least is our actually only restricted Pokemon, Miraidon, with the Electric Terra type and the Life Orb item, which does extra damage for the cost of doing a little damage to itself. It has the moves Electro Drift, Snarl, Volt Switch, and Draco Meteor, and is fully maxed out in special attack and speed. It has the ability Hadron Engine, which turns on the electric terrain when it enters the field. It also boosts the special attacks in the electric terrain. So with this Ditto team, it's more or less a pretty well-rounded team, but with a Ditto. Meaning that it's an extra wild card if I want to get an extra Pokemon that's on the opponent's team. Now, I'm not really sure how this is going to turn out, but let's go ahead and get into the battles and see what happens. All right, we are getting into game number 1 for our Ditto team. And let's see how this goes. They start off with the Photograph and the Incineroar, so it seems like they are going to try to just go ahead and get Trick Room done. Now, this does seem that I can't use Incineroar's Fake Out because of the Photograph, which is very unfortunate, but we'll see. You know, I think instead I might just try to straight up knock out the Photograph. However, the Incineroar could be causing some problems here. That's very interesting. I think I'm just going to Surging Strikes into the Incineroar, and I'm going to knock off the Farigiraf. I think that could be a good one, just get some damage on. He does get the Fake Out onto Urshifu, which means he can't move this turn, but we'll see if we can get Incineroar to one-hit KO the Farigiraf. It does only about half, which means we all know it's going to happen. Only Psychic. Okay, he's just going to go ahead and straight up attack the Urshifu, which knocks out the Urshifu. I should have Terra'd. That would have saved him the first turn. All right, so I don't want to put Ditto out yet because there's not necessarily anything I want to copy yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and get Miraidon on the field. Yeah, no, that would be a very bad, unfortunate thing to Terra in. Farigiraf, I feel like, can be oppressive, but I feel like I want to Terra Electro Drift into the Incineroar to maybe get a KO and then knock off into the Farigiraf. It's about 50. It might not kill, but let's see how they respond as well. Alright, so go ahead and get the Terra Electric, which is a bit of difference from what I have been doing with Miraidon, especially with the Life Orb as well. Usually I go the Choice Scarf, but this time I am going. He is going for the Protect, which is fine. Nothing to really complain about. I don't have the Urshifu, which is kind of sad. I should have Terra Watered that first turn, but we are getting the Electro Drift off, which should one-hit KO the Incineroar. There's no way it's going to survive that. Not with Life Orb, Electro Drift, Terra, and the turn up. There was just no way. So that does go down one Pokemon to one Pokemon. The Photograph does use Pet. So I'm going to see what they do here.
See what they put on the field. And of course, ooh, you know what? Getting Urshifu back would be interesting. I think that could actually be... I don't want to accidentally kill it, though. But that might be the risk I'm willing to take. And I'm going to do knockoff onto the Farigiraf. Alright, he is going to get Surgeon Strikes, which is... Ooh, this is bad, actually. If... I should... Ooh. Am I going to live that? I am going to live it. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. Okay, because I do not want to copy Farigiraf. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst in the world, I guess, for Ditto to become Farigiraf. But let's get the Volt Switch off, and it should... Honestly, that should one-hit KO Urshifu as well. Yeah. Well, I might be getting the copied Farigiraf here anyways, which I guess isn't bad, but let's see how it goes. All right, we're gonna get Ditto onto the field, our boy. Shiny Ditto. Boom. And then it's gonna... it doesn't use a pop. Oh, because it's not in front yet. All right, get knockoff off. Psychic onto the Ditto. Oh, no, is it... Okay, Ditto doesn't die, but the sash is broken. Sends out Flutter Mane. All right, and that should... Oh, what's it gonna boost? Speed. Oh, gosh. So, Ditto's kind of cooked right now. So I think what I need to do is just use Transform and swap into Miraidon just so I can get Incineroar's Intimidate and Fake Out back up. Not that that matters, actually. Actually, that doesn't matter. That might have been a poor move. That might have been a poor move. Ooh, boy, this could have been a very unfortunate... Okay, so he does just go for the Protect. That was not bad. That was okay. Flutter Mane's going to go into the Moonblast against the Miraidon. It doesn't kill just because Miraidon is, in fact, no longer a Dragon type. All right, and I do become Flutter Mane. And I'm going to do Shadow Ball. And I'm also going to do Snarl. He is super fast. He's probably going to knock out the Ditto, which is sad. I'm really hoping... Snarl. That was probably a mistake. I probably should have just went for the Flutter Mane, but I will get the Snarl off. Does kill the Farigiraf. Does lower the special attack of the Flutter Mane as well, which hopefully it is more than enough. Actually, no, this should be good. This should absolutely be good. Honestly, Ditto did its job. And we're going to get Incineroar back in. Because no matter which one he goes for, Incineroar should be able to finish with the knockoff, or Miraidon should be... Unless he does... But I gotta take it. I know Flutter's faster than me. Shadow Ball in to the Miraidon to knock him out, most likely. It doesn't knock him out. Oh my gosh, the special attack drop from Snarl actually wins me the game. That's crazy. Electro Drift onto the Flutter Mane and knocks him out. And bringing us to one win with the Ditto team. Ditto, honestly, even though he came in just to kind of die, it did exactly what we needed him to do. Alright, so with that, I mean, I knocked myself out with Miraidon's Life Orb as well, but doesn't matter. Incineroar is still on the field, and that brings us to a 1-0. Alright, we are getting into Game 2 of this Ditto series, and they start off with the Incineroar and the Calyrex Shadow Rider. You know, I love always seeing Calyrex. It's always my favorite Pokemon to always have to deal with on the field. But, alright, let's see what we can do with this. We are going to go ahead and get our... Alright, so I know off the bat that Shadow Rider is faster than me. And... don't love that. Alright, and also that Incineroar's Intimidate went first. Is Incineroar faster than me? That's actually kind of wild if he is. So... I think... because Calyrex should go first. Oh, but he's gonna... So I'm gonna do Tailwind. And then... I have a feeling that it's not really... I think I'm gonna get faked out right here. Or he's gonna Terra. Let's see if he's gonna Terra. The Calyrex, just Shadow. Just try to double KO me. Oh no, fighting type. Okay, interesting. Fighting Terra type. Oh, fake out into the Roaring Moon. Okay. Gonna do the fighting type Terra Blast onto the Roaring Moon. Doesn't want Roaring Moon to get the Tailwind up, and that is Roaring Moon going down. Not exactly the kind of start I wanted to see here, but it's all good. Grim Neigh, of course, goes up, and that's not something I want to see. Volt Switch does go into Incineroar, about to get 70 damage off, and I am going to swap into the Ditto on this side. That way I can get the Calyrex copied. So we can at least see what Ditto does best right here. So I'm going to send in Ditto. Boom. Alright, and Ditto's Imposter does pop off, and I now have my own Calyrex Shadow Rider. And I get Aswan, Unnerve, as well as the Grim Neigh if I need it. And I guess... I think Sneasler would be good here. So, oh yeah, actually that's perfect, because he's no longer a fighting type, or a ghost type, I mean. He is now a fighting type. And also I get the Electric Seeds to pop off and raise my defense, which also activates Unburden. I'm going to do Fake Out onto Calyrex, and I'm going to Terrestrialize Astral Barrage. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to do Astral Barrage because with the off chance that he does, yeah, either swap out or he was going to do Protect. Oh, wait. I should have known if I had Protect or not, but it's fine. It's fine. Alright, so he sends out Chin Pao. Not bad, not bad. Swords of Ruins gets out. Defense of all surrounding Pokemon. I am going to Terra my Calyrex into the Stellar type, or my Ditto, which man, actually, the Stellar type with Ditto just works pretty well, because it covers everything. You know, it covers getting that extra bonus on any type that it swaps into. So I think that's actually a pretty good call. Alright, get the Fake Out. I mean, sadly, it doesn't really do anything there, but Astral Barrage does come out for my Ditto, and I'm going to hopefully one-shot everything. And I get 2 kills activating the Grim Neigh. Wow, that good job, Ditto. Already showing its strength, honestly. Because the thing is, Ditto's actually used in VGC. It's actually a Pokemon that is often used. Ditto's Grim Neigh goes off. That's wild to me. Thing is, even if he tries to like one-shot me, I still have Focus Sash, which is pretty nice. Alright, here comes Rillaboom, and also back outside the Calyrex. The thing is, I could get faked out by... There goes the electric terrain, but that's fine. Kind of wanting to do Dire Claw onto Calyrex, but maybe Rillaboom would be a better... Oh, he actually doesn't have Protect. I'm gonna forego my Grim Neigh, actually. Because I kind of want... I want to keep my Focus Sash intact. So I'm gonna send Miraidon onto the field. For now. Replace the grassy terrain with the electric terrain. Keep the terrain wars going. Oh, he thought... Oh my gosh, he called me out. He called me out on that. Oh my gosh, though, goated. I'm so goated. The thing is, I'm probably, like... Miraidon's probably gonna go down here, which is sad. I might still lose here, even though, like, it might have been actually a bad situation that my Pokemon survived here. But we're gonna see. I do get the Dire Claw off on the Rillaboom. It does not quite... He does get the poison. Oh my gosh, what a lucky roll there. So Rillaboom will go down this turn. Or next turn. Or a few turns. Astral Barrage does come out. He's gonna get a double KO. So it's now going to come down to... Ooh, this is a pretty close battle. Okay, because Rillaboom doesn't get knockoff now. Poisoned. The thing is, like, I kind of have to do Astral Barrage. Oh, wait, I'm cooked. Why did I think Ditto stayed? Uh-oh, I'm cooked. Oh my gosh, so that's an interaction I should have researched. The moment you swap Ditto back out, it becomes Ditto again. You know, the more you learn. And that's what these videos are about as well. Terra Blast coming out. You know, no matter the way you slice it, I'm done, because like Rillaboom's just gonna do anything. Yeah, knock off. Boop. And that's that. Good to know that when you send Ditto out, you need to just leave Ditto out, because Imposter won't reactivate. That's on me. I lost the game. That was a dumb decision, but it is what it is. Moving on to game 3. We're 1-1 with Ditto now. All right, we're getting into game number 3. Starts off with the Kyogre and the Quack. And then we got the Urshifu and the Roaring Moon. Well, how do I want to start off here? All right, so he gets the Drizzle off. Photosynthesis goes off because of my energy booster. Attack was heightened. You know, I want to get Tailwind up. I really do. I want to get Tailwind up, because the thing is, like, all right, and I'm just gonna close combat Kyogre, because if he just tries to do Water Spout, it's kind of dunzo with all that. I wonder if he's just gonna Terra right off the bat as well, just to max damage. Yeah, that's definitely what's happening here. Oh, okay. That I was not expecting. That threw me off. I do get the Tailwind up, and I will get the close combat off, which is nice. Alright, Roaring Moon doing some things here. Urshifu with the close combat doing about 65% on Kyogre. Close combat onto the Urshifu as well. Does one-shot him. Which, what is the stats lines of this guy? Was unexpected. Oh, he has Moxie. Okay. An Ice Beam onto the Roaring Moon. I'm already in a way. That just might be GG right there. Getting the freeze. Oh, that's not great. Bro. No, there's no way. Alright, I guess I'm just going to try to protect here. And... oh, gosh. I can't take the risk of him getting out of hand. Yeah. Frozen Solid. Roaring Moon's just kind of a sitting duck at this point. He did protect, and I had a feeling that was going to happen. And the Water Spout coming out from the Kyogre, but doesn't really do much. Does kill Roaring Moon. But what am I supposed to do there? Frozen Pokemon. Alright. We got the rain. We got the electricity. Alright, it's time for Ditto. Which will transform into Kyogre, which is kind of what I wanted, but it's 2 to 4 Pokemon at the moment. I'm hoping to get a double knockout on this turn, though. I feel like the... I'm going to protect this turn. And then I'm going to Electro Drift into the bird. Because he's already used Protect. Unless he gets the double Protect, he's not living this. Yep, okay. The Withdrawal was fine. He's going to get a full-blown Electro Drift. Rain boosted. Oh, it's Miraidon. I mean, that'll do it, huh? That'll definitely do. Okay, protect. Double protects. Well, my Ditto's faster. That's something to actually consider right there. Does no damage. Just Electro Drift. I'm hoping this is the right call. This could be a very bad call to not Terra Miraidon. But if I can kill the Miraidon with Ditto's Ice Beam, then Miraidon can KO the Kyogre. It's kind of what I'm banking on here. Because I don't really want to use Draco Meteor at the moment. I don't want to lower my special attack. Okay, he's withdrawing again. Who's it going into? Tornadus. Okay. Ooh, I should have checked if my Tailwind ends his turn. That's alright, it's alright. Actually, if I can get a... If this can freeze as well... If I can get the return freeze, that would be pretty cool. Miraidon goes for the Electro Drift. This should easily knock out Kyogre. I mean, he's got less than half health. There's no way he lives this. I'm actually kind of poised in a good way. This battle's actually pretty decent. All right, let's see the Ice Beam coming out of the Kyogre here. Super effective. Does he have the... Oh, yeah, okay, my Tailwind petered out. So it comes down to... What's it gonna be? He's not... Yeah, he's gonna get Tailwind, and then this guy's gonna do something, right? Close combat onto the Miraidon. It kills me. Yeah, I was a little bit worried about that. That I was worried about, and that's probably going to be game. Very unfortunate. Especially because he's got the Speed Wars right now on him. Moxie goes up. Oh, man. Alright, I do get the Water Spout off. Let's see how much damage this does to him. Not enough. Because he's got the Focus Sash. Oh, man. Okay. And he's still got Miraidon up. So no matter what, I'm pretty sure I lose this. Yeah, because he's going to be faster than me. Hands down. Miraidon's definitely going to be faster than me. Well, yeah, Electro Drift. It won't kill me. Because, you know, the Focus Sash, but now my Water Spout's going to do no damage. And he's probably faster than me, right? Yeah, I mean Tailwind. Oh, that's a shame. That is such a shame to go 1 and 2 at the end of the day of this Ditto. Special Ditto week. Well, as you guys saw, we ended up going 1 and 2 in this week's special VGC episode. And you know, even though it ended up going that way, I think the Ditto team is really, really fun. It gives you a little bit of flexibility and options, especially when you're in a tight pinch. However, please remember, Imposter only goes off 1 time per battle, and if you switch out, it's going to turn back to Ditto. You know, the more you know. But that's going to do it for this week's VGC video. If you guys did like this video, please once again hit it with a like and comment what Pokemons you would like us to build here on Matcha Gotcha. And please consider subscribe if you do love the content. We'll see you guys next time.